Hey everybody, how's it going? Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com along with good old JM, Jeff Meacham. How you doing today, Jeff?
Doing very well. Looking forward to this Sunday's extravaganza.
Survivor Series
Yes.
2015, the 25-year anniversary of The Undertaker's debut with the company back on November 22nd.
1990.
It was my birthday.
It was your birthday, yes.
So
25 years to the day that we celebrated your 8th birthday.
exactly.
No, The Undertaker. It's his birthday.
So I remember you always telling me how fond you were of that Survivor Series pay-per-view. That was like your first big pay-per-view.
That was the first one I ever got into because I had the WWF magazine back in the day that had the preview for all the matches for that night, including the big grand finale at the end of the night. And I always remember the $1 Million Teams entry there with a vacant, if you will, entry there in the window. Like, who is this gonna be? And then out he comes. So it was cool at 7 to be that involved that quickly and be invested in what was going to happen at something that I'd never seen before. So it was really cool.
Yeah, and because that was on my birthday, I have very fond memories of that.
I'm sure
pay-per-view.
you do.
So we got Survivor Series. We have 5 matches confirmed. 5 freaking matches.
And that's as of this taping, so
Yeah.
there might be more added. So we're gonna speculate today.
Yeah, today is Tuesday the 17th as we tape this.
Yes.
And I am sure they'll throw together a couple matches and we'll go over some possible matches,
Yes.
which may or may not happen. But let's talk about the matches that we do know taking place on Sunday.
Yeah, we've got the Divas Championship.
Charlotte
Versus Paige. For me, this one has been built on pure hatred. It's Paige's complete jealousy of Charlotte's usurping of the Divas Championship mantle right from underneath her after Paige challenging Nikki for so many months and getting beaten time after time after time. So and I think he took it a little bit too far Monday night with the but we'll talk more about that, I guess. But I don't know. I want to say Charlotte wins at a big pay-per-view, but then again, I see Paige winning too.
It's hard to say
it's very
because
hard to say.
I think the feud will continue past Survivor Series, so I could see some sort of, I'm not sure where to
even go with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It could be a schmoz finish. It could be a cheap win for Paige to get the championship, or it could be something that maybe Charlotte channels her inner flair and cheats her way to the win.
Maybe Rick will interfere.
Maybe Rick will interfere for what Paige said on Monday.
I'm just trying to think of possibilities. I guess maybe even Becky could come out and maybe interfere and set up a triple threat at the next pay-per-view. There's different ways they can go with it.
They could, and if they're going to have a triple threat, it'll be a good pay-per-view because it'll be TLC, so they'll have a gimmick. I think they have a gimmick match. So I think for me, Charlotte retains for now, and then we get another match maybe with all 3 of them next month.
I agree with that. I think Charlotte will retain either with Ric Flair interfering or Becky interferes and it sets up a triple threat, something like that to keep the feud going.
Yes, because that's really all the Divas division has right now. They have the whole Natty versus Team Bad thing, but that really hasn't gone anywhere.
Right.
So for me, it's going to be that feud's going to carry the Divas division for the next 2, 3, 4 months.
Are you more excited to see this match coming off of the controversial Raw angle?
No, I'm actually disappointed the way that they went that route, to be honest with you. I'm never fond of involving real life tragedy in the business or into the business. So for them to mention Reed, especially Paige, and just totally the haphazard way she mentioned him, whether Charlotte and Rick signed off on it or not, was still in very poor taste.
Yeah, I mean, it got a very mixed reaction from the internet. Some people thought, hey, this is cool, WWE's being edgy again. Other people thought it was just very disturbing to use a real-life death.
Well, we had one guy comment, I think it was on the thread you posted for questions for Talk Wrestling, that people were so, wanting the Attitude Era back, and yet they're so mad about this controversy. It's like, you know what? The Attitude Era, as horrible as some of the storylines were in 98 through 2001, they never took a tragic death like that and wove it in like that. When Owen Hart died, everything was not mentioned. Nothing was mentioned ever again as far as storyline wise. when they had the whole Big Show's daddy death thing. Big Show's dad had been dead for a long time already by then, and yes, they made a mockery of it, but they didn't just flat out insult his memory without a proper bill. Paige just came out and just cut it right into the quick there.
You know what it felt like? It felt like they were coming up with something to try and draw up interest in this match. That's why they did it as the final segment. They thought, oh, we have something here. We have a hook for the pay-per-view. The thing is, though, most casual fans out there are probably going to have no idea what she's even talking about.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. And, for me, and again, this is our show, so it is for me. I think going there to hook people to buy a pay-per-view, even if they are paying $9.99 a month, is still in very poor taste.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. Some people like it, some people don't.
I definitely don't.
Oh, there you have it. So, I guess we'll move on past that.
Okay.
We both agree that Charlotte will retain. And let's talk about the big match with The Undertaker. Undertaker and Kane against two, not the entire Wyatt family, just two of the members. And as of this recording, we do not know the two members.
They probably won't. Bray will probably keep his hand close to his chest and won't play his cards until the time is right, which is Sunday. And I got to believe he's going to send definitely Strowman in the battle, and probably himself or Luke Harper.
Well, what makes sense to me is Bray Wyatt and Harper, or Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. But the thing is, I don't get why they just didn't do a 2 versus 4 match, because we know the other Wyatt family members are going to be close by. So
they will. What's
the point of making it 2-on-2?
Well, maybe they'll reveal it as a 2-on-4 at the very end of the hook as we go into because it's not going to be the main event's going to be the tournament final. Yeah. You would think.
Well, it is built around the Undertaker, the whole show.
It is, but I think if they're going to execute the tournament properly, they got to have that be the main event. So we'll see how they play it out. But for me, the Undertaker losing at this landmark event would be catastrophic.
Yeah.
So regardless if it's 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, 10 of them, the entire Druid army from Monday, Undertaker and Kane are still going to win.
Yeah, maybe it'll be Strowman and Harper, so that way Bray Wyatt doesn't have to lose again.
Yeah, well,
but then again,
he can't afford to lose again.
The whole storyline's about Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, so it wouldn't make any sense for Bray to not be in the match.
Well, but see, we've already seen that. We've already seen that loss. He beat him decisively at WrestleMania this year. So
I don't know. I just felt they could have done this a lot better.
They could have.
That's just my opinion on it.
No, it's your show, so of course it's your opinion.
Yeah, of course.
So but Undertaker and Kane can't lose. They just can't. I agree. There's just no way.
Yeah, you got to go with Undertaker and Kane to win here.
Yep.
Unless WWE is completely crazy and...
Well, they are clearly crazy, but, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got the tournament.
Yes, the tournament. So we have the semifinal matches. We have Alberto Del Rio, Mr. Mex-American himself.
Versus Roman.
And then we have Dean Ambrose.
And Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, the U.S. champion. So the IC champion and the U.S. champion are in the semifinals for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, go figure. I think it's going to end up being Roman and Dean in the finals. And I think that whoever wins will join the Authority.
Well, that seems to be the obvious and logical direction, and I think that would be the best way to go, but something tells me that we aren't going to see any kind of swerve or heel turn. I think it's needed. I think WWE needs a top heel desperately. They really need somebody to fill in that Seth Rollins role. But I would not be shocked if Roman Reigns goes to the finals, either against Ambrose or Kevin Owens. If it's against Dean Ambrose, I could see a heel turn, but I could also see Roman Reigns just winning the match, and then Dean Ambrose shakes his hand, and that's the end of it, and they remain best friends.
Well, if it's the main event, we'll see a heel turn. If it's midway through the show, we'll see a handshake.
I'd like to believe that, but part of me thinks it's just going to be straightforward, and Reigns is going to win, and Ambrose is going to shake his hand. Something tells me that's going to happen. I don't want that to happen.
Well,
I think
somebody asked on Talk Wrestling whether Sheamus will cash in, and that's a possibility too.
I could see Sheamus cashing it in, and then Ambrose makes the save for his buddy,
right?
His boy.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be a number of things.
I don't have confidence that WWE is going to go with a heel turn.
I don't either.
I absolutely think that should happen.
It should.
Either Ambrose or Reigns should turn heel. I absolutely
but they
think
won't.
that should happen.
But they won't.
But I'm going with Reigns to win the title regardless of what happens. Unless Ambrose turns heel, then Ambrose could win and become the heel authority figure. But, Reigns has already gone for the title and failed. How many times is WWE going to keep having him fail to win the title? That's why part of me thinks Reigns just going to flat out win the title.
I think he should, but I think that his continued lack of success in winning the championship before now is going to lead him to turn to the dark side.
Yeah. So, based on odds, because Reigns would beat Owens if it was Reigns and Owens, and Reigns might beat Ambrose, I think I have to go with Roman Reigns as the next WWE champion. But
as do I.
If it was my decision, I would have Ambrose in the finals and turn heel and become the new authority champion.
So Ambrose be the authority figure. Okay.
Or you could have Reigns as the heel authority figure, which would shock everybody, but I would be very surprised if that happened.
It wouldn't shock me.
I don't think WWE will go in that direction.
Well, we'll see. So that's what's planned as of now.
Yep.
We've got some theories about other matches. Based on what we saw Monday night, we're probably going to... Aaron and I think we're going to see a rematch of Monday night. It's going to be the New Day versus Ryback and... who was it?
Ryback and...
Not the Dudleys.
Usos,
that's right. Yeah, we were thinking maybe the Usos would challenge the New Day for the tag titles, but they would not build that. They're going to
announce that literally a couple of days before the pay-per-view. Oh, we're going to have a tag team title match.
Yeah. By the way, tag title matches. So every title's on line this Sunday except the Intercontinental US.
I just don't get it because it's not like the tag team title division has anything to do with the WWE title situation. So. Couldn't they have announced this?
They could have.
A week or two ago.
Yeah. So based on that, we think it's going to be another 6-man, which they love the 6-mans.
A rematch from Raw.
It's like they do it every pay-per-view. They do it at least once. But then there's also the possibility that we could have Cesaro teaming up with the Dudleys against the Cosmic Wasteland. Another 6-man. So
or just Cesaro versus
Stardust again.
Whatever. If Cesaro's in a match. I predict Cesaro will win, whether it's against Stardust or in a 6-man.
Okay, I agree with that.
Cesaro will get his win back from losing.
And then who won the Ryback match? Because I was kind of fast forwarding through that. I didn't really see that.
DQ.
It was DQ. So I think the babyfaces will win that match.
Yeah,
I think personally.
Yeah, maybe Usos and Ryback will win, and that'll set up Usos getting a tag team title shot. If the tag team titles are on the line. I don't know. I mean, I want New Day to stay as champions.
If the belts are on the line, I said belt. Sorry, Vince. If the titles are on the line, I gotta believe New Day retains.
Yeah, I would agree on that. I think it would be too soon for Usos to win the titles, but I could very well see Usos getting the titles at some point in the near future.
Yeah, and if they're gonna pad the card a little bit more, we've seen Natty versus Tamina and Natty versus Naomi. We've not seen Natty versus Sasha Banks yet. So we could see that at pay-per-view also. And if that's the case, I think they're going to give Sasha that big win over... I mean, it's not big in the grand scheme of things because it's not for the championship. Right. But for Sasha Banks to beat Natalya one-on-one straight up is huge for Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
So I think that if they push that match on Sunday, that'll be a decisive win for Sasha Banks.
And let's not forget about Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze.
That's true. They could have that also. And I think Tyler needs that win more than Dolph does.
Yeah.
If it happens.
If it happens.
We don't even know. We have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, WWE did not do a very good job at all.
Building or booking this show at all.
So whatever. It's all about Undertaker and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So who cares about the rest of the card?
That's right. It doesn't matter.
And really, fans don't seem to care that much. They just want great wrestling these days.
Exactly. Which is why they watch NXT.
Exactly. So as long as matches are out there and they're great matches, the fans... they just go along with it.
They salivate like Pavlov's dog and they just order.
Yep. All right, so that'll wrap it up for our predictions for Survivor Series this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com. Make sure you follow Jeff Meacham @_Jeff Meacham.
And make sure you tweet Aaron Ritz on Sunday for his birthday.
Yes, and I will be working on my
He'll be working, so...
Hopefully Survivor Series is a thumbs-up show. It should be a good show. Usually WWE puts on solid pay-per-views. Really, 2015, they haven't put out any bad pay-per-views.
I don't think so. Not this year. No,
so I think it'll be a solid show overall, and should be fun.
It should.
So stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the latest, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.